So welcome back to Ego, the skill provider. Look, there's so many topics are being discussed in this platform. To improve your vocabs, we have been learning something called what we are learning. That is something called our idioms we are using. We are learning binomials. We are learning some structures also, right? A lot of things are being discussed. So what is more important that you have a problem you are facing. You are facing a big problem. And what is that? It is called the recollection. It is something called recollection. So, what do you mean by recollection? What do you mean by recollection? Recollection mane kono? Try to understand the point. Recollection means suppose, suppose you are sitting in the exam. Everybody is studying to pass the exam. But whenever you are trying to sit the exam, sometimes some of the answers you can't remember. You can't reproduce. That is called recollection. ତ ଅନେକ ଗୁଡେ କେସ୍ ରେ କଣ ଦେଖାଯାଏ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମେ ରିକଲେକ୍ସନ କରିପାରନ୍ତିନି ସପୋଜ ୟୁ ନୋ ଗୋଟେ particular word but you whenever you are trying to speak it's coming automatically to your mind, and that is something called we have some problems with the recollection. So recollection is called the fourth dimensional of a study pattern. ଯେମିତି ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି ଲେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ମନେ ରଖୁଛନ୍ତି like you are attending class, everybody you are attending the class, the first things. The second thing is that you guys are also doing a lot of exercises with me. You are trying to ask a lot of questions, but the problem is that whenever you are trying to speak it for yourself, sometimes you are missing out. Why? Because you cannot recollect, means you cannot reproduce the words. You are not able to remember the words at the right time, and that is something called the power of recollection, right? So how to overcome it? We have a very good solution, and that is something called the process is called, check it out, the process is called IDM. This is a new concept for you. Okay, so this is called IDM. What is IDM? IDM stands for, whenever I say IDM, it stands for image description process. ମୁଁ ଏଠି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଇମେଜ ଦେଖେଇବି. I'll show you an image and you are supposed to describe. So ସେଇଟା ତ ହଉଛି spoken English ନା. Most of the time what exactly happens, you are trying to see something, you are trying to describe, and that something called spoken English, right? So that is something called master vocabulary through IDM, image description process or method, you can call it, right? So what is the process? Process is that you have to be interactive with me. ଆପଣ ମୋ ସହିତ interaction କରିବେ. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ I'll show you a picture. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ picture ଦେଖେଇବି ଆଉ ସେ picture ଟାକୁ ଆପଣ describe କରିବେ ସେଟା କଣ ଅଛି, what exactly you have to just describe it, and the best description I am going to give you. Okay, so here is the first picture. What exactly you can see? ଆପଣ କଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି? There is a look, two are pushing it up. ଦି ଜଣ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ push up କରୁଛନ୍ତି, and other guys are there. And here is a circle. ଜଣେ ଗୋଟେ circle ରେ ଅଛି. ତ circle ରେ ଯୋଉ ପିଲାଟା ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଆପଣ କେମିତି describe କରିବେ? What exactly you can describe? Bhavani sir, anything comes to your mind in English? ଯେ ଯୋଉ ପିଲାଟି
No, sir.
ବସ୍ ଭିତରେ ରହିକି ଠେଲୁଛି ସେଇଟାକୁ, ତାକୁ ଆପଣ କଣ କହିବେ? What exactly you are going to describe? How exactly? ତାକୁ ଆପଣ କେମିତି describe କରିବେ? There are two guys, obviously they are pushing it up. The bike has some problems. Maybe it is not getting started. They have to start honi. So that is the normal things. The people push it from behind. So I believe two persons are there. They are pushing it. But there is this is something called smart guy. In India, we call it over smart, right? This over smart guy is trying to push it standing in the vehicle. So how whatever the work he has done, how you are going to describe it? Any like any guess? You're trying to have any guess? Everybody, Muktikan sir, Dev sir, everybody. So how exactly are you going to describe this guy? ଆପଣ ତାକୁ କେମିତି describe କରିବେ? This is called futile exercise. This is called useless work or pointless work. There is no point of working like this. ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ଏଇଠି ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ଛିଡା ହେଇକି ଠେଲିଲେ obviously the vehicle will not go forward, it will not move forward. So that is something called, this is called futile exercise. Futile exercise means it is a pointless or useless work. So exactly, this is a new term for you. What is called futile exercise? Hey guys, why are you busy in futile exercise? Don't do any futile exercise. Do some productive work. Sometimes whenever you are doing some work, it is not productive. Suppose you are working for a software firm, you're working somewhere else. Sometimes it is a pointless work. It doesn't have any production, I mean no productivity at the end. କିଛି ମିଳିବନି ସେଇଥିରେ ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି, you can easily check it out. Nothing, even because of these two guys, perhaps it is moving, and this guy is not doing anything. And this is called, acha ଆପଣଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ ଆପଣ ଏଇ ଭଳିଆ ପିକ୍ଚର କାଇଁ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି? କାରଣ ଏଇ ଭଳିଆ ପିକ୍ଚର ଆପଣଙ୍କର ମନେ ରହିବ. You are supposed to remember it. ଦେଖୁଥିବେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ, let me tell you, have you ever thought about our pattern? What is that pattern? Pattern is something called, we call it a pattern. And what is that pattern? Pattern is some called our mental pattern. Our mental pattern is called, something called our mental pattern. Brain. Whenever our brain functions in a very extraordinary way, ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଆଜି ଗୋଟେ ଭଲ ଜିନିଷଟା କହୁଛି, try to understand. Whenever you are trying to, you know, suppose ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ଫଙ୍କସନ କୁ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି, you are going to something called a marriage function. ତ ସେଇଠି ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ ଜୋକର ବୁଲୁଛି, ଦେଖିବେ ସେ ଜୋକର ତାର ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରତିବିମ୍ବଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଆଗରେ ଆସିଯିବ most of the time, because that is something called different way of representing the same fact. So why I've given it this guy is doing nothing. This guy is doing nothing, and this is called futile exercise. So you can say this is pointless or useless work. So you can say that don't involve in a futile exercise. Futile exercise. Futile exercise means it is a pointless or useless work. You can say, like, you can give a lot of examples. Do not be busy in futile exercise. Don't be busy in futile exercise. This is the that you can give a lot of examples like this. 100 examples are there. Okay, there are so many examples there you can also use like this. So this is something called a futile exercise. Futile means exercise, means pointless or useless work, and I call it IDM. ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ପିକ୍ଚର ଦେଖଉଛି, ଆପଣ ସେ ପିକ୍ଚରଟାକୁ describe କରିବେ, and that is the way you can recollect the something called, you can recollect the things very easily. You can recollect the words very easily by looking at something. Suppose I'm not doing anything, I'm standing, I'm sitting like this. You can say, sir, why you are just, it is a futile exercise. So this is something called futile exercise. No, this guy is not doing anything. So that is called futile exercise. Now it is clear to everybody. Can I get a thumbs up mark from everybody? Or any doubt, ask me. Baba, are you getting my point? Muktikan sir, everybody? Jadab sir, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why
Yes, sir.
okay, why ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ actually ଆମ mind ଟା, our mind don't remember, our mind doesn't remember a lot of things. Even you remember a lot of things, it is difficult for you to recollect it at the right time. And that's the problem. बहुत पिला बहुत किसी पढ़ी की जाइथांती आपण तो जिने one time you were a student, right now you are a student also. तो आपण अनेक जिनिस मन रखिथांती किंतु जेतले कहिथांती that is called power of recollection हेई न थाए कोन पई जानछंती because ଆମ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ ଟା କେବଳ ଖାଲି ମୁଁ ଯଦି କହିଥାନ୍ତି ଫୁଟାଇଲ ଏକ୍ସରସାଇଜ you don't have you always through remembers through pictures the ଆପଣ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଛୋଟ ପିଲା ବେଳେ ଆମକୁ ସବୁ ଦିଆଯାଇଥାଏ ଆପଲ ଗୋଟେ ଆପଲ ଚିତ୍ର ଦିଆଯାଇଥାଏ why IDM this is called IDM process so IDM process ଆପଣ ସ୍କୁଲ ଲାଇଫ ଗଲା ପରେ IDM process has been taken out and this is the problem we are facing so I want to give you 10 such different words today through IDM process, that is image description process. And this is the first one I want to say. This is a guy. I'll give you some funny pictures. If I'll give you very complicated pictures, you may not remember. Boring lagibo. So I'm just giving it Indian road. Most of the time you can find it out. And this is something called a guy who is doing nothing. And that is something, even he is doing like this, you put it like that, nothing is going to happen. Because there is something called Newton's law. The action and reactions are equal, so the body will not move. जो मैंने साइंस पढ़ी थी जानी पड़ती this is an action or reaction of points are the same point so that's why the resultant force is zero ପରେ ସିଏ ଯୋଉ ଲୋକଟି ଆମେ सर्कल ଭିତରେ ଅଛି ସେ ଯଦି वो पुश କରୁଛି ଗାଡିଟାକୁ ସେ ଆଗକୁ ଯିବନି ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି you know very well so that is something called in English we call it a futile exercise pointless or useless work don't be busy in futile exercise why you're always busy in futile exercise you can give a lot of examples right now let me give you the second example this is more funny also look the guy can stand and pluck it out papaya right but look at the guy look at that guy what he's doing and how best you can describe his action how can you describe the action just anything like that be communicative just bring some communication just be lively এটা ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ନୂଆ ଜିନିଷ ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି that is something called IDM image description method a image description method रे I am going to show you like the 10 such differences and you are supposed to answer me like how exactly so the first one is gone and this is my second one so the guy could have been stand here and pluck the papaya right but this guy is just trying to climb the papaya tree and trying to pluck it up so what best how can you describe this man this wonderful man how you are going to describe any idea anybody are you getting my point everybody Muktikan sir
ସାର୍ ଇଂଲିଶ ତ କହିପାରିବିନି ତଳୁ ସେ ତୋଳିଲେ ହବ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଏପଟେ ଚଢିକି ତୋଳୁଛି ଆଉ
କଣ actually how exactly you are going to describe okay Prakash sir Jadab sir everybody
this is a one type of Kalidas.
I understand but the problem is that no how exactly you are going to describe the same guy in English we are supposed to describe ଆପଣ ଯାହା ବି କହିବେ that is in Oriya you can say କାଳିଦାସଙ୍କର ପୂର୍ବ ଅବତାର it's okay I understand but my question is to you that how exactly you can describe this man there are so many men are like that they could have been done something but they're not doing it this is one of the examples so how exactly you are going to describe this is something called good for nothing ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ word ଦେଇଥିବେ is good for nothing a person who is worthless कोई दिमाग नहीं है उसका that is called good for nothing oh my god he is my friend he is good for nothing yaar my brother he is good for nothing my friend Ram he is good for nothing yaar good for nothing a person who is completely worthless look at the person could you feel that anybody should do like this but this guy is doing so like that you can find it out whenever you feel acha apun kon pai taku kale good for nothing that's very important apun could use karibe so whenever you find that person whatever is doing worthless and it could have been done in a very easy manner, but he's doing in a very complicated way. That is called good for nothing. Oh my God, this guy good for nothing, yaar. Upon the a lot of managers are shouting their employees. Babani sir, a lot of managers are shouting their employees, telling, "Yeah, man, you are drawing 60, 70,000 every month from the company. You are drawing your bread and butter, but still you are good for nothing. Means you are worthless." Now, can you make any sense out of it? ଆପଣ ଏମିତି ହେଲେ ମନେ ରହିପାରିବ things a good method to remember words. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Look, are you getting this method is really helpful too, because this is from there's so many guys are with me right now. They have already gone through the process. ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଯାଇନାହାନ୍ତି for the new joinees. So ମତେ କୁହନ୍ତୁ a process is going to help you out. If I'll show you a picture and corresponding description, it's going to help you out. Everybody is going to help you out.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is
Okay.
very helpful.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So that is something called, the first one is something called, this is something called, the first explanation of foottail exercise, and this is something called, this is the second one, good for nothing. You can call anybody good for nothing whenever you find that guy is not doing anything wonderful. Look, what is that this guy is doing here? You will laugh at this guy. Anybody can, even small can do the work he's doing, but he feels that he's doing something. He shows to the world, look, I am doing something here, but this is, anybody can do that. So that is called good for nothing, worthless guy, like that. Okay. Right now, here is my example. This is something third example, and this is very common on Indian roads. This is very common on 1 minute, sir. Apun mane jaithame Muktikant sir and Ashok sir. You have already gone through that. Please mark it out. So let them guess. Then you can tell. Okay. Ashok sir, have you just joined right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, you missed some of the class. Half an hour. We have gone like this. So two new things you have already gone. Anyway, you can check the videos. And this is the third one. And this is very common on Indian roads. ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତି ୟାକୁ ଆମେ ଇଂଲିଶ ରେ କେମିତି କହିବା? You can say it is something called upside down, all the things. No, it's not going to help you. So there is something called, look, suppose look at my hands right now. This is a road, and this guy, this is my vehicle, and this is going, and suddenly एमती उल्टी जाउची गाड़ीटा. So गाड़ीटा चालिकी उल्टी जाउ कोन कहबो? What exact? It is moving. Look, गाड़ीटा उल्टी after an accident. So when in the moving stage, something is going like this. अब एमती गाड़ी चलाउथिबे like that, एमती जाउची, right? So this is how exactly you are going to describe. Anybody except the new guys, like old guys, they know it. But I'm asking the new guys. Are you able to guess anything out of it? How exactly you are going to, Prakash sir, any idea? Chirokan sir, any idea like how exactly you are?
That turn turtle.
Turn turtle? Okay. So that is the right things. But if you know that, so don't tell, because I just want those who have only gone through that, don't say others should. This is called turn turtle. Look, what is turn turtle? Turtle, turtle is something called, right? So it is just like turn turtle. So whenever a moving vehicles turns upside down, Look, I want to show some things. Look, suppose this is a marker, and this is the head part, and this is called the tail part, thing like this. So whenever it is going like this, it is something called upside down. Okay. So in a moving stage, this is called upside down. Look, it's not moving. Look, it's not moving. Check it out. The difference between upside down and turn turtle. So this is something called a normal thing. It's stationary right now. It's not moving. It's moving right now. I just put it like this. So this is something called upside down. Upside down. You can check it bats, Baduri. They put always, the hands from the tree upside down. That means this is called upside down. Upside down. Upon the asana kuruchanti, like a lot of yoga postures are there. Upon the yoga kuruchanti, upon mundo ta talu kardeve, gota upuru kardeve, that is called upside down. That is not called turn turtle. Turn turtle is something whenever a moving vehicle or a moving object just goes like this, that is called turn turtle. So you can say the vehicle turn turtle after meeting an accident. Okay, that's the things called turn turtle. A boat or a vehicle, that happens with a boat or a vehicle. What exactly happens? Let me tell you. Apan sonde mute kar diyantu everybody please. So turn upside down. That means after an accident, the vehicle turn turtle. Turn turtle. Turn turtle means whenever that becomes like this, becomes like this. So that is called turn turtle. This is a very good word, and you can find on Indian roads anywhere in the world. ଯେତେବେଳେ କୌଣସି ଗୋଟେ vehicle ଟେ ଓଲଟି ଯାଉଛି ଆମେ କଣ କହୁଛେ? We have found a lot of words, but none of the words is going to fit that particular situation, and it is going to tell that is called turn turtle. This is called turn turtle. Oh my god! Like I saw your accident here. The vehicle, the accident was so severe. The bus or bike, something like that. You can say turn turtle, not bike. Basically, four-wheelers, or you can say three-wheelers or six-wheelers like that. They turn turtle. This is called turn turtle. Turn turtle. Okay. This is called turn turtle. And what exactly happens? Mama ଯେତେବେଳେ pancake କରନ୍ତି ଚକୁଳି ପିଠା ଯୋଉଟା ତାକୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ରେ କହୁଛେ pancake. So you don't do it like this. This is called turn turtle. Why you're putting turn turtle like that? Turn turtle like that. You do every day. So this is called turn turtle, right? So this is the third one. The first one is called futile exercise. This is the futile exercise. The second one is called good for nothing, right? And the third thing is called turn turtle. This is my, something called turn turtle, right? Right now, okay, fine. I saw it. Okay. So this is something called a picture. What exactly you see? What exactly you see? Any new guys can tell me like what exactly? Bhavani sir, apan kundu. Prakash sir, Dev sir, kuntu apan mane. What exactly you see?
This is a
Jada-
overconfidence.
So exactly, this is exactly I want to tell. Sometimes look at the tiger. The tiger is sleeping very peacefully. And what the monkey, look, the way I'm describing, ଖାଲି water ଦେଖି କୁହନ୍ତୁନି କେମିତି ମୁଁ use କରୁଛି ସେଇଟା ବି ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ. Everybody please look at my voice, look at me, look the way I'm speaking. Here the something called the tiger is sleeping peacefully, and a monkey with a notion is coming with a stick to drive him away, which is impossible. That is something called confidence. Okay, this is called overconfidence. So this is the best example of graphical representation of overconfidence. Graphical representation upon the overconfidence show kariparibeni. So this is the overconfidence case. So like that, there are so many cases are there in your life where exactly you can acha ମୁଁ ଏଟା कोन ପାଇଁ କହୁଛି ଏଟାକୁ ଆପଣ ଏଇ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଟା ଯେମିତି ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଇ ଟାଇପ ର ଯଦି ସିଚୁଏସନ ଆପଣ ଦେଖି then ଆପଣ ସେ word ଟା use କରିବେ. So that is something called I'm giving you. It's not for funny things. ଆପଣ ଏମିତି ଯୋଉଟା ଦେଖିବେ like what you can say, like you can say this man is good for nothing here, throw him out. You can say a lot of managers are these days, like a lot of tech companies are hiring guys. Today Google, tomorrow Amazon, like that they are throwing out guys in droves. Just they're leaning their size. I mean company employee size ku kam କରୁଛନ୍ତି. They find some persons or some employees are not fit for their job, so they call it good for nothing, just throw him out, that's all. So this guy is good for nothing. So like that ଏମିତି ଅନେକ ଗୁଡେ situation ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଲାଇଫ ରେ ଆସିବ ଯୋଉଠି କି ଆପଣ word ଟାକୁ appropriately use କରିପାରିବେ. That's the things I want to tell you my friends. That's the things. Okay, so this is something called, okay, this is called overconfidence. The quality of being too certain about your ability. What is overconfidence? This is the example. You have to guard against overconfidence to get success. The quality of being too certain. It's okay to be to have confidence, but overconfidence is not good. Okay. The next one, that's a very that is a very usual things happens in school and colleges. ଦେଖିଥିବେ ଦୁଇ ଜଣ ପିଲା ଫାଲତୁଟାରେ ସବୁ collar, এটা ଆମେ କଣ କହୁଛେ? This is not color, this is called collar. So they are pulling out collars of each other. One is pulling the collar, other is also pulling the collar. So the situation, what exactly you can see? Anybody?
May I answer, sir?
Yeah, please, why not?
Sir, I think both are bullying to each other. Yeah.
Okay, bull. Okay, there is something called bullying to each other. Fine, one word. But to be more precise, what exact words you can use? This is a good word. Bullying is okay, but they are almost trying to pull it off like that. So like that, some is pulling, some is pushing like that. So it's a little bit fight is going on. So what exactly you can call it? Anybody? Old guys? Muktikan sir, apna achandi? Are you there?
Sure, yes, sir.
Okay, could you please tell me what exactly you can call it?
Sir, I forgot it.
Okay. So any guys, Manini ma'am or others? Could you please
Sir,
tell? Yes.
can I answer?
Yeah, please. Why not?
Sir, this is called force.
No, this is not force. Force is
Yes,
entirely
sir.
different.
Pulling and pushing is known as force.
No, that is something called pulling and pushing in physics. I'm talking about. We're not talking about. Here discussing about force. Force is a completely a technical term. And if you're telling force, that is called applying force. Force can be applied in two ways. One is in a positive way, other is in a negative way. So here they are applying the force in negative way. But exactly we can't say like, sir, they are applying force on each other. That's become a very, what you can say, a very different situation altogether. It doesn't, we can't call it English. So this is something called scuffle. Okay. The word is called scuffle. Scuffle, a close and confused fight from very close quarter. ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ fight ମାନେ କଣ ହେଲା ଆପଣ କିଛି ଦୂରରେ ରହିକି fight ବି କରିପାରନ୍ତି. You can put something called a gun and you can fight it out. So fighting can happen anywhere in the world. But scuffle means whenever somebody comes very close to you, ଆପଣ ପାଖାପାଖି ଆସେ and ଆପଣ ଧସ୍ତାଧସ୍ତି ହୁଅନ୍ତି. That is called a scuffle. There is a minor scuffle between the agitators and the police. Agitators and police को मध्य ଗୋଟେ scuffle ହେଲା ମାନେ ସିଏ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଠେଲିଲେ ଇଏ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଠେଲିଲେ. You can check it out. So sometimes two persons, two guys, here the exact word is called scuffle. Scuffle is trying to look, one is putting the collar of like this, other is holding the collar of like this. They are trying to push and pull. Okay, so this is called scuffle. Okay, the exact word is scuffle. Look, there was a minor scuffle between two students. Two students are scuffling in the street. So a scuffle can be used as a noun. Here it can be used as something called a verb. So this is called scuffle. And this is the right way you can remember a lot of words like this. Are you getting my point, everybody? Are you? Ashok sir, Subhashini ma'am, everybody, Prakash sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So that is some Devjani madam. Okay. So what
Yes,
exactly? Okay. So basically what happens, this is something called scuffle. Scuffle means whenever it is a close fight from the close quarters. Do you know what is close quarters? Close quarter means when two persons very come close to each other. How ପାଖକୁ ଆସିଲେ ସେମାନେ collar ଧରିବେ କେମିତି? How it is possible? Suppose somebody is trying to hold your hair. So how will hold it unless until comes close to you? So that is something called a scuffle is going on. जोटा हमें ओडिया रे धस्ताधस्ती कहउछन, like sometimes you have to come, you have to push and you have to pull, like that. A very common sight in Indian schools also you can find it out. Okay, and those are teachers, they must have witnessed this kind of scenes every day. Okay, so this is called a scuffle. Next time you are trying to don't say fight. Fight is a very very what you can say, very violent word actually. Oh my, there is a fight. No, not a fight, it's a scuffle. Scuffle means very a very minor fight that happens, minor scuffle like that. Okay. The next one, this is something called overconfidence. We have already gone through that. Okay, the next one, what exactly you can check it out, what exactly you can find it out here, everybody. What this guy is doing, that's exactly I'm going to tell you.
Upside down.
This is called upside down. Look, a guy is standing like this and it is going by like this. This is called upside down. This is called upside down. So what is upside down? This is called upside down. This is head and this is tail. If it's going like this, we can say upside down, right? So this is actually a thing is called very upside down. So like a word mate dabar uddesh kon, like you guys are remembering a lot of and you are not able to reproduce, you're not able to speak it at the right time. You are looking at a situation, upon janunnahanti kon karibe. Words are not coming automatically. Upon kochundi, I'm completely lost. Sir, words are not coming automatically. How the words will come? You are supposed to remember from a very close angle how it is being used. So that's why it is a small, steps from ego, that how you guys can really get a lot of words out of it. So this is something called upside down. Okay. Upside down means into an inverted position. This is an inversion. Inversion. This is inversion or upside down. So with the upper part where the lower part should be. The man is hanging upside down. If you want to describe the picture, you can say upside, right? So that is how we are supposed to look. There's so many words we are learning today. Upside down, like you can say scuffle, you can say good for nothing. Some things you can say, football exercise. Sometimes say, torn turtle, right? So torn turtle and this guy is completely, look, there's a difference. ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଗାଡିଟେ ବି ଏମିତି ଓଲଟି ଯାଇଥିଲା ଲୋକଟା ବି ଓଲଟିକି ଅଛି ତ ଆପଣ କହିବେ ସାର୍ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ଆଇ ସେ ଅପସାଇଡ୍ ଡାଉନ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ नो यू कैन नॉट से why because after moving this happens it was in a movement this guy simply turns without any movement means changes from one place to another but whenever there is a speed whenever there's the bike skiddish in the road or sometimes happen like that the driver lost control over the vehicle so that time the vehicle turned turtle that happens most of the time whenever the driver completely lost control over the vehicle that is called turn turtle right but here it is a simple phenomenon upside down like that I'm putting like this I can say make it upside down just I put it without moving here and there no movement but turn turtle happens in the moving stage that is because there is a highway and the bus or the car something else moving with breakneck speed and suddenly there was a cow or something was going on or the bus collided with somebody there's a harm something like that that is an obstacle so what exactly happens the bus turned turtle that means say somewhere apan kabe turn turtle but here it is a very simple phenomenon this is called upside down inverted position this is called upside down make it upside down I can mute it upside down this is called upside down but this is called turn turtle so that's the difference okay so try to remember it. It's not only remember for your understanding, right? Okay, this is a very common phenomenon. All the people are those who loves dog, what do you call them? Anybody can tell me? Suppose I love dog. So what you can call me? Anybody? You love dog, what exactly you can call me? I've already told. No. Forget about housebreaking. I am talking about suppose these women, this love this dog, right? That's why suppose you want to keep a dog as pet. So obviously you love dog. You really love dog. That's why you're keeping as a pet. So what exactly you're going to call that guy?
Sir, Sinophilus.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, the lady is roaming with the dog.
Okay, the lady is roaming with the dog. I understand. You are talking about the phenomenon, what is happening, the action part. I'm talking about what exactly. Suppose, it seems that lady loves dog. That's why they keep it as pet. Look, it is just like a pet dog. It's not a stray dog. There is something called, there is a chain, and that's why he's just roaming with that things. So you can say it's roaming. That will come to the next part. I'm talking about the lady in question. What exactly are going to call that lady? Suppose I love dog. So how, in which words you are going to call me up? I already informed you. That is something called cynophile. Cynophobia, cynophobe. Suppose mate dog who dar laguchi, I can say, oh my god, I'm a cynophobia. Whenever I see dog, I'm completely scared is about dog. I am really afraid of dogs. So I become a cynophobe. And the particular phenomenon is called cynophobia. And whenever the opposite is that, I love dog very much. I can say cynophile. I'm a cynophile. Oh, my friend, he has got 3 dogs. He's a cynophile. So that is called a cynophile. So right now, let's come to the point. So this lady, is trying to roam it off, right? For what? For why is roaming it? What is the need of roaming? The dogs needs roaming? No. This is something called to train your animal like a dog to urinate and defecate outside. Yes or no? So to be very honest, actually ame kon କରୁଛନ୍ତି like ଆମ ଘରଟାକୁ like no, we have our own bathroom and all the structures. So normally we want the dog should urinate outside. That happens most of the time. Urinate or defecate outside. So that's why we are trying. That particular phenomenon is called housebreak. The lady who is in question is taking the dog for housebreaking. Housebreak means to train that guy to train that dog to something called urinate outside. So that is something called, you can say, housebreak. The word is called, look, there is not a single, hyphen is there, nothing is there. It's a simple, it's not housebreak. Housebreak is entirely different. It's housebreak. That how we are supposed to pronounce it. Housebreak. What are you doing here? I'm taking my dog for housebreaking. Housebreaking. I mean, I'm training it how to urinate and defecate outside, not inside the room. Because all the dogs, like those who are not trained, so it is a training process, and the entire training process is called housebreak. Now it's clear to everybody. Are you getting my point? Yes or no?
ସାର୍ କଣ ଆଉ ଅଦର ମିନିଂ ଅଛି ସାର୍ ହାଉସ ବ୍ରେକ୍ ର?
No, nothing. No other. No, I mean to say that ଆପଣଙ୍କ house and break ଦିଟା ଅଲଗା କରିଦେବେ. It is not good. It is a simple word. It's a one word. It's a house break. House breaking the house is something. Breaking the house, that is something different. Break mane kon apan janchanti, to destroy some things. Like no, that house break is a simple word. That means it is one word. You can use it in an appropriately in different situation. Okay. So this is called a house break. The next one. What exactly you can see? Anybody can tell me? Among ladies, like it's very one lady, what is doing and what has been here? Can two phenomena almost have some similar things are there? Are you enjoying everybody or apanku boring laguchi? Let me tell you frankly. Jadav sir, Bhavani sir, everybody please. Devjani madam, everybody.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
getting the, are you getting the point or somewhere you're lost? ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଇଂଲିଶ କହିବେ ଆପଣ କୋଉଟା ଇଂଲିଶ ଦେବେ ଆପଣ ଦେଖିଲା ପରେ କହିପାରିବେ ନା but whenever I'm going to show you some pictures, if you're not able to react, that means you cannot speak English. So if you know English, you are supposed to react anything. So actually ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଦଉଛି ଗୋଟେ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଦଉଛି ଆପଣ ତାକୁ describe କରିପାରିବେ ଆପଣ କରିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି, so there is a problem. Why? Because you don't know the exact word. ଯେମିତି like madam କହୁଥିଲେ ଯେବେ like sir, like I am trying to roam that. What is roaming? Roaming is whenever you to roam. I am trying to roam the city. So roam is normally okay, just wandering here and there. But here the actual work is the lady is taking that dog to take somewhere else so that he can urinate it. That happens. That is called housebreak. So exactly what exactly you can find it. This one picture on top of the. Rosali ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So what basically as a teacher of English, how exactly you are going to describe the picture in both the pictures?
Sir, the man simmers um, uh, some black color on his face.
Okay, and what about the second one?
And the second one, sir, the lady is, sir, I don't know pochima kon kuhajaye, but sir, the lady is doing, I don't know the exact term, sir. The lady is flooring or something with cow dung. That's
Okay.
it, sir.
Okay, so this is something called, you are partially correct, that is called smear. That is called smear, the word you have already in. Okay, that is called coat or mark, something messily or carelessly with a greasy or sticky substances. His face was smeared with dirt. Smeared. The woman is smearing the floor with cow dung. Yeah, that is called smear. Not flooring. Flooring is entirely different things. I'm trying to floor it up. I'm trying to dust it up. Dust has some different things. Yeah, I'm dusting it with a broom. You have a broom, you are trying to dust it up. Okay. That is called dusting. This is called smearing with something called cow dung. The word is called smear. Very important things. Most people don't understand the meaning exactly. It has been look. ଦେଖିଥିବେ କିଛି ମାନେ society କିଛି ଲୋକ ଅଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ ତାଙ୍କ ମୁହଁଟାକୁ ପୁରା ଏମିତି ବୋଳି ଦେଇଥାଉ କାଳିରେ ବୋଳି smeared with ink or dart, something like that. So that's the right word. Okay. So smear. That's the things. That's why you can say in both the cases you can say the lady is something called smearing the floor with cow dung, and the angry crowd has smeared the culprit with him, like that. In both ways, smeared with something, right? The next one, what exactly this guy is doing? Mukti, what this guy is doing? Yes?
Peep through.
Sir,
I'm-
the
yes,
lady
yes.
is peeping through the hole.
Absolutely. That's the thing. Look, we always say that, look at. He's not looking. Most people he's looking at. No, it's not look. Look, I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. But the moment I'm making a small hole, just like I'm an Indian soldier posted in the border area. So you can understand, look, this is something else. This is called peeping. Or there is a small hole. And you want to know what is going inside. Suppose your kids are studying, but they are not studying. They are trying to do some other things. We are trying to, peeping through. So peep through means, look, this is the exact definition is called peep through. To secretly look at something for a short time, usually through a hole. That is called peeping through. Look, what you are doing? I just peeping through. Just peep through. That guy is not studying. Is making a boat out of it, something like that. So this is called peeping through, peep through, like that. This is the right word. So that's why I have given you 10 different words today and pictures. Like this is my first pictures. This is called futile exercise. You can easily understand. This is called futile exercise. This is something called good for nothing. The third one is called torn turtle. The fourth one is called overconfidence. This is called scuffle. This is called upside down. And this is something called housebreak. The lady is housebreaking that dog. And this is called, smear through or smearing. Okay. And the next one is called peep through. So these are the things, I'm sure, these are the things, like, we are going to give a lot of things. So many new things will be given to you in the days to come. But I'm sure this is the right process to recollect words. Upon recollection, word heap only because of the fact. This is a problem. You guys are not able to do the recollection because of the fact that you are not getting the right kind of words. Upon a right kind of words, and that's the reason why you guys are not able to learn a lot of words. Set the problem most of the time why you guys are not able to speak it up. You are not able to speak it up because you guys are not able to get the right kind of words at the right time, right somewhere, right minute, right time. What as soon you are looking at something, but you are using, describing it wrongly, and that is not spoken English. Spoken English means to speak English, something called error English, and you are supposed to use that particular word at the right time, at the right point. That is called, just like, somebody is looking at there. You say he is looking. He's not looking. He is looking secretly. So you can see peep through, right? Somebody is trying to, pull it off. Then you say, hey, he's couple with me here. Mommy, like, that guy was couple with me. Scuffling. So that's the right word. You can say fighting. Fighting is something India, Pakistan fights most of the time. So that fighting and this fighting, no, it's not. That may be very friendly fighting. Something happens out of grudge. Something like that happens in the school campuses. So this is something called all about our processes.